Hey, honey, how's it going? So I'm glad I'm sending another letter to you. This is one I really want to talk about what we feel inside and what we can and can't do. So you've been brought up in a way that leaves a lot of limitation and has made you feel like there's a lot of limitation in your life and that you can't make the choices that you should be able to make you happy. It came by virtue of my own shortcomings and basically all your parents. You were not taught really to be able to make those decisions, and that's causes so much trouble for people. You're not alone in this. I tell you, there's so many people like that, and we end up feeling like there's something wrong with us because we end up staying stuck in this place that we don't want to be in. I'm going to tell you something. You have the permission to do whatever you want. I give you permission to be the person you want, to make the choices that you want, to make yourself happy. Sometimes those choices are not, they don't seem really clear to us, like they shouldn't be the choices we're making. That's like these false beliefs back in our head from that old conditioning, the way you were raised. And they're lies. Okay, basically it's just stuff that's been passed forward through generations, and now at this point I've learned how to break some of them, but now you can do it, and it's really becoming aware of your thoughts inside, and it's going to take a little bit of time to really start to get in touch with that stuff inside. But here's what I do. When I hear something in my head that I don't like I'm supposed to be somewhere that I don't want to be, and I get that feeling inside, that deep feeling kind of in the back, oh, I should go, or I'll feel guilty. And I am consciously telling myself, no. It's the way I do it, trying to do it with smoking, right? I start getting that thought of smoking. I say, no, I am not going to take that. Or those thoughts of I'm a failure. No, I'm not going to take it. I'm not allowed. Those thoughts aren't allowed. What you're doing is you're starting to reprogram your subconscious, where all this training has gone into it. It's like, it's why we can't understand what we do, because it's so ingrained in us. So we have to retrain ourselves. But I am starting right here by telling you, you always, always, always have my permission and can accept the permission in you to do what you need to do to get yourself happy. So when you have the other thing I think is no, what was my thought? It's when you want something, then just ask the universe, how do I get this? That's a little side note, and I'll talk about that in another letter. But the other thing is what you put your attention to is what's going to keep happening. Meaning, if your attention is towards that you can't make your ends meet, or other people are being responsible for your finances, and they're sucking it dry, guess what? It doesn't matter how much money you ever make, you will always be broke. Okay, you'll always struggle with finances. That's why you really have to work inside your head to say, I'm wealthy. You have to. It's so necessary. I say you have to, and I don't want to say you have to do anything, because you don't have to do anything. Not for me, not for anybody. The way to change that is to change the negative thinking to a positive thinking. Try to keep your attention there and learn how to catch yourself when you're starting to think negative. So if you're feeling trapped and you think I'll never get out, or it's my moral responsibility, or these people say, or that you have to accept behavior from people that's not healthy and respectful to you, which you entirely are entitled to be respected. And you're entitled to declare it to them and not accept it and walk away when they start disrespecting. Just walk away. It's going to piss them off at first because they're not going to understand what you're doing. But I promise you, you will be okay. You might be afraid to do it, but I promise you, you will be okay. And the more you do that, the more you create those boundaries and act on it, the more that they will start to adjust. So ultimately, though, you have to make those choices. No one else is going to make them for you. No one is going to change their behavior because you don't like it. You're the one that has to change the behavior. You're the one that has to change the things within you. And the things, I remember a long time ago, I told you, the reason we don't understand why people say, oh, you need to change. We're going, I don't know what to change. I'm just me. Change, it's a matter of looking at the parts in you that make you feel really bad about yourself. Like tolerating people's disrespectful behavior. Believing that you can't achieve. You're an amazing, beautiful girl. I love you so much, and I so believe in you. No matter what you do, you will get through it. And you're going to have to make hard choices to get yourself where you want to be. I mean, even harder choices. Real growth comes through life challenges. But you have a heads up because you and I both have been doing some learning, and you're younger. I learned this stuff a lot later. Anyway, that's my message for you today. Just you're entitled to do what you want. You have my permission to make the choices for you, to walk away from the people that hurt you, and to tell them that you won't tolerate it again. You have my permission, and I will respect you and love you no matter what you choose anyway. But you are allowed to walk away. I love you, girl. I'll see ya.